So in my last video, I showed you how to create superhero themed text using the slice tool. And in this video, I'm going to go into more detail about what you can do with this tool. Let's start off with the very basics. So let's say you want to slice a shape into another shape. Pick a shape, in this case a circle. Say you want a star right in the middle of that circle, kind of like a cookie cutter effect. You just place your star on top of the circle. And now you're going to select both layers together and go down here to slice. And that will slice the star right in the middle of your circle shape. And now that you have your slice, you can get rid of any extra layers. And I'm going to leave the star shape here for now because I'm going to show you how to do this using a picture. And it's the same process, just import the picture that you want to use and place the shape on top of the picture. Select both layers and click the slice tool. Now I'm going to show you how to slice a name into a shape to create a name stencil, and then we're going to move on to creating split text monograms and a sliced or broken text effect, so it'll be like creating your own font using the slice tool. For the name stencil, start off with any shape. I'm going to make a rectangle and go to the text tool, type in the name. Place the name on top of the shape. Select both layers and click slice. Now let's just get rid of these extra layers. For the split text monogram, I'm going to be using the font Times New Roman. Let's type in the letter M and scale it up. Then we're going to go ahead and make another rectangle. Then we're going to duplicate this rectangle and turn it into a line by narrowing it down. And we're going to duplicate the line as well and set them aside for now. Now we're going to use the very first rectangle we created to slice the M. Get rid of the extra layers in the middle. Grab one of the lines that we made earlier and align it to the bottom part of the top half of the letter. We're going to change the color of the second line so that we can distinguish between the two. Place the second line on top of the first line and make sure that it's perfectly centered with the first line. Then use the down arrow on your keyboard to shift the line to the bottom half of the letter. Now go back to the text tool and type in the name that you'll be placing in the center of your monogram. For the final step, select all the layers of your monogram and attach them so that they cut together as one piece. I often use the slice tool as kind of an eraser to cut out or get rid of part of an image or design that I don't want to use. So to illustrate this quickly before moving on to our final technique, I'm going to insert this image of flames that I was using in a project a couple of days ago. The original image is pretty large and I wanted the flames to be at least 2 inches tall. But by making the flames 2 inches tall, that would make the length of the entire image 13.5 inches long. So I wanted to scale it down a bit without necessarily making the flames any shorter or distorting the image. And the slice tool is perfect for that. I was able to cut the image in half and got rid of the other half, which I wasn't going to use. For our final technique, we will be creating broken text. I'll be using the font DK Coverup, which you can find on dafont.com. Create a thin line using a rectangle the same way we did earlier. Then position the line on top of the first 2 letters at a slightly slanted angle and make your first slice. And for the rest of the slices, we're not going to create new lines. Instead, we're going to use the broken fragments of that same line to make our slices. So for the second slice, we're going to be using the leftover fragments from the first slice. And for the third slice, we're going to be using the leftover fragments from the second slice, and so on and so forth. You'll see that the leftover pieces will get smaller as we go along. And I'm going to speed this up a bit because I did make quite a few slices. For the final step, we're going to slice the bottom half of the word and change the color to make it two-tone. And you'll see that if we go to make this project, the top half of the word will be on a black mat and the bottom half will be on a red mat, so they will cut separately. That's it for this video, guys. I hope you found it helpful. Please like and subscribe if you want to see future tutorials, and let me know down below if you have any questions or comments.